Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will discuss for a speaking task from Mr. Kaharudin. Member group 4 is Nur Fatihah Fauziah mualli, Nurul Adawia, Dini Aspirani, and Anugrah putri. The moderator is Anugrah putri. And read conclusion is Nurul Adawia.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, guys. Tonight, in this time, we will discuss 5 questions from Mr. Andika Harudin. Okay. Later, if our friends, one of people have say the question, you can give the comment. Okay, we'll start for the first question from Dini Aspirani. Okay, Dini Aspirani, times is yours.
Okay, thank you. First question. Answer types of knowledge do you need in order to be able to speak English? Please explain your answer. Okay. I have 6 ways to easily speak English. One, reading. The first way to hone your skills in English is to read a lot of literature in English. Two, observing. What is meant by observing here is, of course, observing everything related of English around you. And three, we can train ourselves by translating the stories we usually read in diaries or reviews on blogs into English. Four, practice English. You will automatically learn to improve the grammar you use in speaking. And five, take advantage of games and social media. Besides being able to make friends from different countries, interacting with them will give you the opportunity to learn new vocabulary. And last, six, take small notes. If you come across new vocabulary that you don't know what it means or that you heard casually, it's a good idea to take small notes to help you remember it more easily and learn it again when you have time. Okay.
Okay, finish, Dini. Dini Aspirani have finished. Your explain is finished or not? Okay. Who want to give comment from Dini Aspirani explain? Guys. Okay, Nurul Adawia, please, time is yours.
Okay, I will comment for the answer Dini Aspirani. Okay, I want to ask about your second point. Observe. Can you give me an example related to it? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nurul Adawia, for give the comment. Okay, Dini Aspirani, time is yours.
Okay. I will I will answer question from Nurul adawia. Okay, for example, pay attention to the English language films you watch and try to better appreciate the dialogue without glancing at the subtitle too often. Pay attention to the pronunciation, vocabulary, or use of certain phrase in the various contexts spoken by the actor and actress in the film. Okay.
Okay, how about Nurul Adawiyah? Is it clear?
No. But
Okay.
then what about the article that I have read? That if you want to know English quickly, we get used to watching English film without the subtitle.
Okay, Dini?
Okay, in my opinion, it's actually not very effective because we cannot immediately know what he said before saying the translation first, unless there is a basis, even if we want to test ourselves. The translation can be provided, but we don't have to look at it.
Okay. Nurul Adawiyah, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you, Dini.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dini and Nurul Adawiyah. Okay, next, the second question from me. Please listen, guys, and if I have say, please give the please please give me your comment. Okay. Second question: what is effective action, and how does it occur in social action? Okay, please explain. Okay, guys. So, effective communication is when what we say is received and understood by choose to whom we speak. So, effective communication is that we know and understand what we really want to say, use of appropriate word and sentence, and we understand their context. So, how it happens in social interaction is when we communicate with strangers and we know what words and what sentence are appropriate and provide for us to say to be effective means the communication is successful. Okay, maybe I explain. There is for you from you guys or give the comment, please. Okay, Dini Aspirani, time is yours.
I will question anything that shall be noted in creating effective communication.
Okay. Which is the correct use of before thank you Dini Aspirani for give the comment. Okay. Which is the correct use of grammar, the proper pronunciation, and the most important one is that we know what time and how the word is used and to whom and in what situation it should be used. Okay. Dini Aspirani, is it clear?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you, Dini. Next, we'll go to the third question from our friends. Wait, the third the question is Therefore, a purpose is language pedagogy. What are they? Please explain. We will do it by our friends. Nur Fatihah Fauziah. Times is your.
Thank you for the time. I will answer question number 3. There are 4 approaches in language pedagogy. What are they? Please explain and give example. So the first pedagogical approach is utilizing the context and building this learning at the beginning by explaining the relevance and function of the material to be discussed receptively or reductively. For example, before the teacher use the question and answer method, student can understand the material. 2. Modeling and deconstruction are carried out to introduce values, social goals, structure, forms, and linguistic characteristic. For example, when the teacher presents a text model, either orally, in writing, or talk viewing the text model. 3. Supervised construction is carried out using a deductive or inductive model. For example, the teacher's deductive model explain the formula first, then student can understand the material. Examples of the inductive model: students practice first with the teacher explaining the theory of the practice. 4. This independent construction produce material. For example, students produce text independently. For example, students are asked to make a dialogue.
Okay, happy now? Finish?
Yes.
Okay, I will give the comment. What about the inductive learning model? Is it the same as a deductive learning model or not? Okay, please. Nur Fatihah, give me answer.
Please repeat the question.
Okay, my question is, what about the inductive learning model? Is it the same as the deductive learning model or not?
Okay. Inductive and deductive learning models are different. As I said before, the deductive learning models use more concept principles than practice, while inductive learning starts with practice and then move onto the material.
Okay, thank you, Nur Fatihah, for your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, the four question from me again. The question is, what is communicative competent and what is it for? Please explain your answer. Okay. The term communicative competence refers to the basic knowledge of language and the ability to use it effectively. It's also called communication competent, and it's a key to social enrichment. The point is that we can do or create effective communication because we understand the context of sentence and words according to their purpose and placement. Okay, maybe if that is from you guys to give the comment, please. Who want to give the comment? Okay, Nur Fatihah Fauziah, times is yours.
Okay, thank you for your time. Uh, I want to ask, how do we know whether people understand us or what we say comes true?
Okay, I will answer from Nur Fatihah. Thank you for your question. Okay, is it when he respond? Uh, if we know whether people understand us or not, if when he respond favorably to our words or address we hope for, that is where effective communication lies. Nur Fatihah, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, we will next the last question in our discussion from Nurul Adawia. Times is your.
Okay, thank you for your time. And I will read my question and answer the question. How to learn and teach speaking skill according to communicative language teaching method. Okay, um, the answer. Learn and practice the target language through interaction with the instructor. Learning about original scripts which are in the target language for a purpose other than language learning. And talk the use of the language but inside and outside the classroom according to the communicative approach, so that the learning process cannot take place. It must be so that the learning progress can take place. It must be emphasized on the importance of the variable. The variable are communication, activities that involve real communication to promote learning, tasks, activities in which a language is used to carry out a meaningful task and support the learning process. A meaning meaningful and authentic language to increase student motivation in learning. Okay.
Okay, can I give comment? I will give comment about your explain. My question is, does communication language teaching require language mystery? Please, Nurul Adawiyah.
Okay. Uh, uh, no, because what need to be emphasized in language communication between teacher and a student, not language mastery. Student will not understand if a teacher speaks English will new student want to learn, and effective learning will not run if a student only listen but do not understand.
Okay. Oh, Dini Aspirani, you want to give comment? Dini, please, if you want. Oh, okay. You know what? Okay, so guys, 5 questions have finished. We have to we have to read and answers, and also you all give your comment every question. Uh, Maybe just it from our discuss. Thank you for all your time, attention, and your answer. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Okay, I will read the constellation because the moderator experiences a network error. Consolation. Number 1, reading. The first way to hone your skill in English is to read a lot of literature in English. Observing what is meant by observing here is, of course, observing everything related to English around you. Or we can train ourselves by translating the story we usually write in diaries or a review on blogs into English. Practice speaking, you will automatically learn to improve the grammar you use in speaking. Take advantage of games and social media. Besides this, being able to make friends from different countries, interacting with them will give you the opportunity to learn a new vocabulary. Take small notes if you come across new vocabulary that you don't know the meaning of, or that you hear casually. There is nothing wrong with taking small note to help you remember it most easily and learn it again when you have a time. Effective communication is when what we say is received and understood by those to whom we speak. So effective communication is that we know and understand what we really want to say. Use of appropriate word and sentences, and we understand their context. So how it happens in social interaction with is when we communication with strategies and we now know what word and what sentences are appropriate and appropriate for use to say to be effective mean that communication is successful. 3, utilizing the context and building this learning at the beginning by explaining the reference and function of the material to be discussed, recipe file, or reductively. For example, before the teacher use the equation and answer method, student can understand the material. Modeling and deconstruction are carried out to introduce a value, social goal, structure, form, and linguistic characteristic. For example, when the teacher presents a text model, either orally and writing, or through viewing the text model, supervised construction is carried out using deductive or inductive model. For example, the teacher deductive model explain the formula practice first, with the teacher explaining the theory of the practice. This independent construction produces a material. For example, a student product text independently. For example, a student are asked to make a dialogue. For the term communicative competence refers to the tacit knowledge of a language and the ability to use it effectively. It's also called communication competence, and it's key to social enrichment. The point is what we can do or create effective communication because we understand the context of sentences and word according to their importance and placement. And last, five, learn and practice the target language through interaction with the instructor, learning about original scripts which are in the target language for purpose other than a language learning. And communicative approach so that the learning process can take place. It must be emphasized on the important for the variable. The variable are communication, task, and meaning. Okay, okay, guys. Thank you for this consolation, and thank you for your time, guys. See you the next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.